Don't ever give up. Don't ever quit. Do not quit. Always, always, always march forward. And this guy was marching forward. Story time. I love living in Baltimore. There's always some craziness going on. I was driving downtown at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. a couple of days ago. And I was at a red light. We were all sitting there, everyone at the light, and there was some commotion. I heard to the right of me. I look over and I see a red S10 Ford truck driving on like the middle median down the road across to my right, across the street, heading our way. He drove, this is at 7 a.m. in Baltimore City. He drove all the way down till he hit the traffic light. Once he hit the traffic light, I'm sitting here thinking, what the hell is going on? What is happening? Did this dude just really drive on the median? Like, can he not wait for a left-hand turn? You know that there's a spot. This spot had a left-hand turn. Everybody was waiting there all willy-nilly. And this guy jumps up on the median and starts driving and going. I look over and see him, and I'm like, I'm just stuck in my car. I got one person in front of me, one person behind me, a couple people to the side of me. We're at a traffic light like you would normally do. He gets out of the car right after he hits the light. He hits the traffic light pole, boom. And you know, this was an actual, like, well, I guess it wasn't a traffic light pole. It was more the electric pole. It was electric. It was energy pole, whatever, telephone pole. He hit a goddamn pole, and the pole was right there by the lights. He hit the pole. There's like 5 or 6 police that are chasing him. The police start coming. He gets out of the car and dips out behind us. I'm sitting in the car. I see him hit the pole and start running towards me, and I'm like, what the hell is this? He runs past me. 4, 5, 6, 7 of the other police start running after him, chasing him, and almost like a comedy movie. This was almost like a comedy movie. There was, you've seen like 5 or 6 regular police coming, and then there was a chubby, short, fat cop who you could tell probably skipped out on the physical training, and he probably is an office worker, but he was running his ass off. I mean, he was slow. He was very slow. There was no way he was going to catch anybody. He ain't catching no crackhead. He ain't catching nobody down in Baltimore, especially Baltimore City. You ain't catching their ass if they don't want you to catch them. You ain't catching them. Especially not him. Especially not him. My God, this poor guy. And he was sweating. He couldn't breathe. He just looked like he was going through it. But that face was determined. He wasn't letting it go, man. A part of me felt like, this whole ridiculous situation, the whole thing is so crazy. Like this, I don't understand this whole situation right here. What the hell is going on? What the hell is happening? And I see this cop running his ass off, knowing that he ain't got no chance of catching him. Actually, his partners had a better chance of catching him. So I'm watching, light turns green. Everybody, there's so much commotion though. Everybody's kind of like still freaking out. I look over, see the crackheads, but maybe it wasn't a crackhead. Maybe it was just a guy on the run. He's turned back around. He's done a circle. He circled him around and he was coming back. I guess he was trying to come back to his car. Big fat man was right there. And he could not get him still. He still couldn't catch him. He dipped off. He did like a little juke move and got out of there. But the big fat cop, just the mere fact, like this is a huge thing. Okay, sure. He didn't get him. He didn't catch him. But the mere fact that he didn't give up, he didn't quit, he wasn't going to let his comrades go after him, and he wasn't about to. He was coming after him no matter what. So the cool thing about that is the leaders went ahead. He was covering the backside. He covered the backside. He almost caught him. Now, I don't know what happened after that point because I went on about my own business. But witnessing this craziness and then getting a life lesson out of it, because the life lesson is just like the big old fat cop. When it looks like you don't stand a chance. You don't know if you're even going to be able to catch this fool or not. Still try. Don't ever give up. Don't ever quit. Do not quit. Always, always, always march forward. And this guy was marching forward, and he looked so determined. He looked like he was going to catch him. If you looked at only his face, you'd be like, oh, he might catch him. And this guy's not going to, he's a heavyweight, but he ain't no lightweight, if you know what I'm saying. Man, Baltimore is beautiful. I have a lot more stories I'm going to start sharing too. I do love sharing my stories. Some of them will have a little bit of a moral compass to it. Some of them won't. This was a fun one though, because man, I couldn't believe that. And then you're just sitting down there, and I was like, man, it's 7 a.m., dude. Like, what? Why is this happening right now? This is like some 3 p.m. type shit, and it's happening at 7 a.m. Somebody's got to chill. Somebody's got to chill. Anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this little story. I hope that you guys have a great day. I appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Click that like button. That like button helps out more than you could know. Other than that, guys, keep your head straight. Stay strong.